Looking for success in racing? It all starts here with Preferred Equine Marketing. Most of us know they're the sport's #1 seller at the yearling and mixed sales. But do you know that Preferred Equine also offers private sales, stallion syndications, consulting, and appraisals? Start winning. Start with Preferred.
Okay.
I know you've owned Maven, You're My Candy Girl. Those are just a couple that pop into my mind, but who is your favorite?
Well, Maven is my favorite. I mean, because she was special. She was, if we were here talking in her 2-year-old year, when she was a 2-year-old, she wouldn't be even on the track at this stage of the game. Jonas Zernisson, had issues with her because she had a mind of her own and she was going to do things her way, and that's the way it was. And one of the best features of Sunshine Meadows is they have the strip here with the heavy base. And he made the decision that he was going to take her off the track. She wasn't going to see the racetrack for a month and put her on the strip. And she went out there, and I think it helped her develop, because I think again the deeper track helps develop the rear end of the trotters and all, and it just gave her a different outlook. So a month later, when he brought her back to the track, she put her ears up and went off trotting and never looked back. To win 2 Breeders' Crown with her, and to make the trip to the Elite Lot was probably the highlight of my career. The low light was in the Hamiltonian Oaks when Check Me Out went off on a break, and Maven got mad at her being in front of her and decided to make a break as well. But that's the way this game is, and always will be. It's a roller coaster ride, as everyone who's in it knows.
So let's talk Ireland, one of my favorite subjects. Donovan, that couldn't be Irish, could it? First of all, we've been to the Vincent Delaney Memorial and had such a great time. But one of the things is you're from Cork, Ireland, is that correct?
Yeah.
Or your family's from there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And your relationship now is you're sponsoring races there?
I was fortunate enough, I think it was 8 years ago, excuse me, at Harrisburg to meet Finbar Quill and Donald Murphy. And they're great guys from Ireland, so we look forward to seeing each other each year at Harrisburg. And when the Delaney Memorial gained in popularity, the Delaneys have done a magnificent job in promoting that. It's helped racing in Ireland so much. I said to Donald, let's buy a horse to race in the Delaney. So we did. We bought a colt. I exchanged a share in that colt for a share in a filly that they had that was a homebred. And we shipped the colt over to Ireland, and he trained down. Didn't want to do things at 2 that he should, so he got turned out. But the filly that I was lucky enough to exchange a piece of, she went on and she won the Vincent Delaney filly division. So then I was hooked. Over in Ireland, the sport is so different than it is here. It's amazing the commitment that the Irish people have, because there's no money to speak of. They basically have the one racetrack at Portmarnock outside of Dublin. And, they were telling me about their efforts to try to get approvals to build a track in West Cork, which is where my family is from, where the Quills are from, and the Murphys. And, again, over the years, knowing Donald and meeting his family, his brother Tig and his whole family, and Finbar and his lovely wife Rose, and they're awesome boys. I know that you've met them all.
I've met them all, and yeah, awesome.
Sheen, my buddy.
Awesome is even an understatement. I mean, they're just such a terrific family. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I wanted to do what I could do. I had a very good year in business. So I said, I'm going to give a grant. So, I sent over 150,000 euro to help fund a racing program in West Cork. where they could kind of showcase their horses and do that over a 3 to 5 year period to prove to the powers that be that yes, we can make a go of it here. And again, just seeing the love of the horse and the commitment to these people. I mean, they all have full-time jobs. They don't have owners like me that are paying the bills. I mean, it's a family business, so to speak. So it's been my pleasure, my thrill to sponsor the races, and naturally we had to name the big trot over there the Maven Trot.
Yes.
And another reason why I was happy to do it was they had an existing race over there called the Red John Memorial, but it's in memory of a young man that had a tragic ending over there. His name was John O'Donovan. They called him Red John, probably for his red hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the O'Donovan, obviously, we had that connection there. So I was happy to participate in that. And this will be the third year going over in mid-June for the races, and the racing has been outstanding. And the enthusiasm and participation and support for the races. So hopefully, within the next year or two, they'll finally get the approvals that they need in West Cork and get their racetrack. That's the goal anyway. So,
yeah,
and I should mention that colt that we sent over that didn't make it at 2. He did make it at 3, and he showed a little bit of talent at 3. And 4, he had kind of a bumpy road. But at the end of his 4-year-old year, we brought him back to the U.S., and Robert Cleary in New Jersey is training him. His name is Rebel Rouser, and he's got 3 in a row at the Meadowlands and won 5 out of 7 races this year. So that's been a thrill. And the other mare that we brought back, Reclamation, she raced early on. We gave her a rest to get her ready for hopefully to tackle the big girls this summer. The following that they have among the Irish people is amazing. I mean, I remember looking at one of the races that I posted on the W.J. Donovan Racing Stable Facebook page, had 11,000 views on one of Reclamation's races over there, and I guarantee you that 10,000 plus were from Ireland. So it's great that they have something to cheer for, especially in the winter months when they're not racing over there.